Hey everyone! Do you struggle with long vowel I spelling when it comes to writing? If yes, so this video is just for you. Because in today's video, I'll tell you some rules and also provide you with some word list which will help you to identify the long vowel I spelling, as well as you can memorize those word lists to be confident writers. But before we move any further, let me tell you that this channel is just for you if you're interested in English phonics, English spelling rules, English grammar, English creative writing, and if you also want to teach all this stuff to your little ones. So consider subscribing to the channel, turn on your bell notifications, and without any further ado, let's dive in. Here we have a spelling number 1, that is the IE together. It's really simple to remember. There are only 4 common English words that end in IE and make the long vowel I sound. Now here we have a point to remember that in the majority of words, IE makes the long vowel E sound. That's why I'm saying that at the end of English words, we have only 4 common words that make the I sound with this pattern IE. And the 4 words are tie, pie, lie, die. It's very easy to memorize. They all are rhyming. Tie, pie, lie, die, tie, pie, lie, die, and you are done. Right? Now, let me tell you that we have an extension to this rule that I'll tell you after the second spelling rule or the second spelling for the long vowel I. So stay tuned, please. Second spelling of long vowel I is letter Y. So now here's a tip for you. Memorize the IE words making the long I sound, and then if you hear the long I sound at the end of short words or monosyllabic words, write Y as I. Now if you don't know that what are monosyllabic word or what do I mean by short words, so the words in which hear only a single vowel sound. For example, cat, you hear only one vowel sound here. This is a monosyllabic word. But if you hear the word cotton, you hear 2 vowels, cotton. So this is a disyllabic word. So what I just said, that if you hear the I sound at the end of a short word like this one, you need to write letter Y, except those 4 words that I have already told you. I'll be sharing with you some examples, but let's see some other pattern of words in which Y says the I sound. Y can also make the long vowel I sound at the end of a syllable, often at the end of the first syllable. Remember this as well. In the suffix phi, Y says I as well. And the last point to remember that in some words, Y says the long I sound just because of their etymology. We have some history evidences with those words. That's why Y says I in them. Otherwise, they don't follow any specific rules. But to help you out, here is a word list of some common words. The first word is dry. Y is saying I. It's a short monosyllabic word. Sky, cry, try, fry, my, fly, sly, shy, why. You can add one more word here, that is by, right? Then we have words in which Y says I at the end of syllable. Cycle, cycle, cyclone, cyclone, python, python, psychiatric, I. Now we have 5 words: identify, simplify, magnify, beautify. If you are using fy as a suffix, so it will say the phi sound. Some other words: multiply, apply, deny, and defy. We have a word rhyme in which Y says I in the middle as well. Rhyme. Let me add another word with rhyme. The word is style. In style, Y is saying I. Style. Now, if you have got some words in which Y says I in the middle or at the end, go ahead and write them down in the comments box. Let's check out our next spelling pattern. But as I told you that after the second spelling, I'll give you the extension of the first spelling, right? So here you are. If a word ends in Y and you want to add any suffix like ed, er, or est to it, you need to change y to I and then add the suffix. For example, dry will be driest. You have changed y to I and then you have added est. Cry will be cried and fry will be fried. So you can see that in these words we are adding ed but y is changing to I. So you can see this pattern as well if you just have a quick look. So you can say, oh, IE together is making the I sound, or you can simply say that we have changed y to I and then have added a suffix. That's why we are getting the I sound. This spelling pattern actually belongs to the rule of addition of suffixes or the rule of changing of y to I. You can watch a complete video on this topic as well. Let's find out the third spelling, IGH. IGH is a trigraph. So some words also use trigraph IGH to say the long vowel I sound. Now you don't need to worry about that why IGH is saying the long I sound. You can go and check the etymology of these words. You will find the reasons. But here I'm not explaining any historic reasons for using IGH in these words, but I can give you some wordlets and tips. So if you hear the long I sound in the four words tie, pie, lie, and die, you will write them with IE. After that, the most common spelling is letter Y, saying the I sound at the end of English words. Then we have four more words. You can simply memorize them, learn them by heart, in which IGH says the long I sound at the end. For example, I high, I nice, I sigh, and I thigh. Except these four words, you will hardly get any word in which IGH is at the end saying the I sound. And a tip is here, please remember this, that IGH, this trigraph or any trigraph or chord graph that ends in GH, for example AUGH or OUGH, they can only be followed by a letter T. After the IGH, AUGH or OUGH, you cannot find any other letter but T. So you can see these words: I, t, side, I, t, night, t, I, t, tide, fight, bright, flight, ride, might, slide, glide, fried, and night. K is silent here. And then we have a rule breaker word, that is height. In height, we have an extra E here, H-E-I-G-H-T is making the word height. So this E is additional here. Just make a little note of this and you are ready to go. This is the split digraph or the silent final E pattern. Now please remember that this is the most common spelling for the long vowel I, but unfortunately we don't have any rules for this. So we can simply memorize the words, keep on doing practice, and this is the only way to write the right spellings. Some words are here like bike, life, wife, pile, shine, tribe, bribe, mile, fine, wine, and this wine as well with a W, wise, stripe, size, and prize. And we have many more words with this pattern. Something special about the split digraph pattern, it has different pronunciations. It can say the long I as in the words that I have just shared with you. It can also say the N sound, for example in the word intestine or destin or engine, right? So in all these words, this split digraph is saying the N sound. It can also say the long E sound, for example in the word magazine, vaccine, routine. You can hear I said EEN. So this is because of this I saying the long E sound. If you want to watch a complete video and want to get the complete spelling list of words in which I and E says the N sound and EEN sound, I'm giving the links in the description box. You can watch those videos after this one. Let's move on to our next spelling, that is a single letter I saying the long I sound, and we call it the open syllable rule. If I or any vowel is at the end of a syllable, it says its name or its long sound. This is a rule of thumb, right? So no matter it's I or any other vowel, if it's at the end of a syllable, it will say its name. For example, item, idle, idea, title, iris, bicycle, tripod, iconic, final, pilot, silent, and icon. You will find here some multisyllabic words as well, like cycle and iconic, but I have only mentioned the syllable where I is saying its long sound, right? So these are some open syllables examples. And there is another point to remember, that letter I can also say the long E sound at the position of open syllable. If you want to learn more about this, this is some advanced phonics lesson, but you will find it in the description box. Next one is an exceptional I rule. Now, what does it mean? I can say its long sound in the middle of some English words as well. No matter it's not even an open syllable, it's not followed by a magic E or split digraph, but still it can say the long I sound in the middle of words. For example, mild, wild, child, find, grind, wind, blind, mind, kind, sign, design, and rewind. In all these words, you can hear the long I sound in the middle of the word, and I is neither at an open syllable position, not it's having any of the long I spelling. So a single letter I may say its long sound even standing alone in the middle of English words. Same goes with letter O. If you want to learn about this, that when O says its long sound in the middle of English words, please have a look at the description box and you will find a video there. And with this, let me say goodbye to you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have got something useful from the video. If yes, so please hit the like button. If haven't subscribed, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you soon with something new. Take care. Bye for now. And don't forget to make it a great day. Bye.